I hope that you are well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. So, today we'll be playing our grade 2 lesson on adjective, conjunctions. So, we'll be doing our grade 2 lessons on conjunctions. So, before we start with our English lesson on conjunctions, we're going to log into aplusstudents.ca. Once you've logged into aplusstudents.ca with our username, so once we have logged in with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of language arts, grade 2, and then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of conjunctions. And conjunctions, right? So our chapter is conjunctions. Our subject is English language arts, grade 2. So we said our chapter is conjunction. The subject is English, which is also like language arts. Grade 2, and the lessons that we are going to be focusing on is to use conjunction. And before we use conjunction, because remember, so we're going to find out what conjunctions are. We're going to find out what conjunctions are and how also it can be used, because as we can see that the lessons that we are focusing on today is to use conjunctions. All right, so now we're going on. A conjunction. And before we go on to what a conjunction is, our tutorial lessons is on aplusstudents.ca. So conjunctions, right? And the words are like, and, but, or, so. So conjunctions are used to put words and sentences together. So conjunctions are words, or it's used to put words or sentences together. So also under our chapter of lesson conjunction, we use and to show that things go together. So we said conjunctions, right, are, for example, like, and, but, or so, right? These are our common conjunctions. And when we use and, right? And. So we use and to show that things go together. So an example again is we use and, right? We see that and is one of our rejections. So we use and to show that things go together. And mm. So we use and to show that things go together. Another example is Greg and Kate are playing a game. So remember we said that we use and, which is one of our conjunctions, to show that things go together. So within that first one, we said that we use and, right? And. So we use but. We first said that on this lesson, we said we use and to show that things go together. Now we use but to show that things are different or opposite and or opposite. So we use but to show that things are different or opposite. And I want to read, but my sister wants to play with me. And then also, if we use or, all right, so we said that we are doing our lessons on aplusstudents.ca. So let's go to aplusstudents.ca. So once again, just to recap over certain things, we said that conjunctions are like, and, but, or, and so. So we said that it is used to put words and sentences together. That is if the fisherman maybe either finds a lot of fish or so on, right? Now let's go to the bottom of the page. We use and to show things that go together. And we say that we use but to show that things are different or opposite. Things are either different or it is opposite. All right, let us go to a+students.ca. So we are going to use conjunctions. And remember, we said that our conjunctions are words that are used to put together within a sentence, right? So it's words that are used to put together within a sentence. And we have words like and, but, or, so. And those are conjunctions. And if we first look at the word and, so we use and to show that things go together. It's like apples and pears. So we use and to show that things go together. And we made an example of Greg and Kate are playing a game, right? So which means that the word and, it puts words or sentences together. Then we have the next one which says we went to the zoo. So we can even have, for example, let's say two sentences that is supposed to be, or let's say two sentences that can stand on its own. And if we add the, so for example, if we put two sentences together, it says we went to the zoo. We saw some lions, right? So which means that if we use the word and to join the two sentences, we can say we went to the zoo and we saw some lions. So that is and, right? So now when we go on, we go to but. So when we use the word but, right, especially when it comes to a sentence or sentences, we use but to show that things are different or it is opposite. So it's either different or it is opposite. So we went to the zoo and we saw some lions. And then we have, I want to read, but my sister wants to play with me. So I want to read, but my sister wants to play with me. All right, let us show or. We use or to show a choice. So we use or to show a choice. So we use or to show a choice. So it's either this or that, right? So we see that when it comes to or, right, we use or to show a choice. So we can say, do you want to go to the zoo or the park? You see here, it already shows the options, right? It's like it's either the zoo or it is the park. So do you want or do you want to go to the beach or the park? So we use or to show a choice. And we made an example of the or, right? So do you want to go to the zoo or the park? And then also it says Aaron can ride his bike at school or he can walk. Aaron can ride his bike to school or he can walk. So you see in this case, or, right, it shows it's like options, right? So it's this or that. It's riding his bike or we can walk, right? So it's basically a choice that is given, right? Where we say Aaron can ride his bike to school or he can walk. And then we use so. So to show that something happens because of something else. So we see that we use so to show that something happens because of something else. So it's like this is happening because of something else. All right. So we will complete soup for dinner. He will just get a pizza. So dad will make soup for dinner. He'll just get a pizza. So we can then say or. So we say or, which means that dad will make soup for dinner or he will just get a pizza. So or, because now we have like a choice, right? It's either he wants to make supper for dinner or they will just get a pizza. The number 2 says, Dad hasn't eaten all day. He must really be hungry. So Dad hasn't eaten all day. He must be really hungry. So the first one was already done for us, right? We added the or, and we see that it's like we have the oysters, right? Of either making the soup for dinner or coming back with pizza, for example. The second one is Dad hasn't eaten all day. He must be really hungry. So now we need to choose either a word with the base conjunction. And the conjunctions on A, E, I, F, Z. Oh, sorry, A. The conjunctions is and, but, or, so. So I do apologize. It's and, but, or, so, right? And we see in this case, in the first one, it is or, which shows basically a choice. So now if we look at the second one, it says Dad hasn't eaten all day. So he must really be hungry, right? So he must really be hungry, which means that so is our conjunction that join those words or sentences. All right. It says Greg is a quiet, friendly boy. Quiet, friendly boy. What is the conjunction that we can add to fill in what type of boy Greg is? So we can maybe say he's a tired but friendly boy. So he's a quiet but friendly boy. All right, so let us continue. We're going to just recap over some of the stuff. We see that conjunctions and but or so, right? They are used to put words and sentences together. All right, so now let's go to our test. So we're beginning our test. It says we need to complete the sentence with the base conjunction. And we say that the base conjunction that we use is and, but, or, so. So Eddie cleaned out his desk. Do we say and he threw away all the broken pencils? Or do we say and he threw away all the broken pencils? But. So it's either and or but. So Eddie cleaned out his desk. Do we say and he threw away the broken pencils or but he threw away the broken pieces, pencils? So is it and or is it but? So we say Eddie cleaned out his desk and he threw away all the broken pencils. So and he threw away the broken pencils. Dad hasn't eaten all day. Do we say so he must be really hungry or he must be really hungry? So we can say so. So dad hasn't eaten all day, so he must be really hungry. And then dad, oops, then I open the gate. Do we say or but the dog stayed in the yard? So I opened the gate, or the dog stayed in the yard, or but the dog stayed in the yard. So we can then say, I opened the gate, but the dog stayed in the yard. And but is our correct word. And or a word or conjunction. All right. Yet says Amy isn't feeling well. We say or she is resting in bed today, or so she is resting in bed today. So Amy isn't feeling well, so she is resting in bed today. Then Miss Todd grew up in New York. She lives in Oregon now. So Miss Todd grew up in New York. Maybe we can say, but she lives in Oregon now. So Miss Todd grew up in New York. She lives in Oregon now. Is it but she lives in Oregon now, or do we say, oh, she lives in Oregon now? So in this case, we will say, but. And the lake is covered with ice. So now we can go ice skating. So Tommy likes cookies, but not cake. But not cake. And then we have Tammy knows a great joke. Tammy knows a great joke. Do we say, but she won't tell it to anyone, or she won't tell it to anyone? Yes, so we're going to choose but, and but is correct. Well done. The elevator was broken. Do we say, so we took the stairs, or we took the stairs? The elevator was broken. So we said the elevator was broken, so we took the stairs. Or we took the stairs. Let's go with so we took the stairs. So the elevator was broken, so we took the stairs. Right? It's like it's the same, almost like a kind of option. So is correct. Well done. And I thought I would finish in second place. Do we say but or can? So I thought I could finish in second place, but I came in first. So but is there. Well done, that is great. And then complete the sentence with the best conjunction. Someone left the cage open. Do we say, so my pet rabbit got out? Or do we say, but my pet rabbit got out? So someone left the cage open. So my pet rabbit got out. So someone left the cage open. So my pet rabbit got out. So is correct. All right, let's go back. So we are still using or doing conjunctions, right? We can visit grandma, or we can watch the pirates or the parade. So we can visit grandma, or we can watch the parade. So it's or. And we said that conjunctions, right? Like and, but, or, so. So we use and to show that things go together. So we use and to show that things go back together. Usually things that were broken, things that seemed like unfixable, right? Now it will show that things go back together. I want to read, but my sister wants to play with me. So I want to read, but my sister wants to play with me. Or do you want to go to the zoo or the park? So use or to show a choice. And then we can say, do you want to go to the zoo or the park? And then we have or as a choice. And we use so to show that something happens because of something else. Yeah, so is correct. So today is my birthday. So my mom baked a cake, right? So that is the end of our lesson grade 2 on conjunction. And we said conjunctions, or the most commonly used conjunctions are and, but, or, and, so. So this is the end of our lesson, grade 2 on conjunctions. And we said conjunctions are words like and, but, or, so. And it's also used to put words and sentences together. And then we made a few examples of the different types of conjunctions where we either added and, but, or, so. Till next time, goodbye.